welcome back to another episode of my Genshin Impact playthrough. Still trying to figure out our problem. So we're supposed to meet Dia somewhere. They had a theory of they're replenishing the stuff using the Akasha. I don't know if that's right or not.
This is it.
Huh? This is a wooden training dummy. What about it?
She trains with every night.
See those marks on the dummy? Those are the Let's say the sages didn't replace it every day. Shouldn't it be hacked to pieces by now?
That's true, but what?
Then the sages would have had to reproduce every mark I left during previous training sessions. I'm a professional fighter. My martial school has always emphasized the importance of refined control. The force, angle, and entry point of each strike is calculated and deliberate. That's why I remember every mark on the dummy, as well as it's just as they say. Each swordsman has their own unique style, and even the same swords.
Is it really impossible? What if they use some fancy machine to carve every single...
People often say that a camera's photo can never replace an artist's painting because the former has no spirit to it. The same thing applies here. At a mere glance, I can differentiate carved marks from the results of... Whew, I hope that cleared things up for you. Hey, is this that new brain-exercise game that's been super... Anyway, it's getting late. I should escort Miss Dunyarzad to Nilu's stage. See you later.
Well, back to square one. But...
We're on the real world.
Yep, that's true. So... strange? Paimon feels like everything's
Never thought about
strange.
leaving the city.
Leaving the city? You're right! It's really strange. Paimon can't believe it! Did we miss this because we're... How about we go back and ask Nahida?
I'm still confused. Maybe we're in some kind of realm, and they're using the data every night for some kind of stupid study. Because they're greedy. Okay, bye.
Nahida! We're back! You're back early today. Did you... Sort of. We're mostly sure now that we're... leaving the city. As far as I We did? But we don't remember anything. What happened after we talked about those... Let me think. I don't think you ever actually told me what the outcome was. But you two sometimes stay out the entire night anyway. It is true that sometimes we lose track... Really? That's kind of strange. In theory, I should have already... Yep. Something here is definitely fishy. Let's get... Our memories are back! About that... Traveler, aside from your memories that were just restored, I have another message for you. Listen to it and you...
Can't go back. There are countless spaces here. Our Sub-Zero's festival in Sumeru City is just one of them.
Countless spaces here.
Traveler, you should be missing 2 days worth of memories. But
What happened 2 days ago?
time to carry out our plan from yesterday. Okay, let's go.
Whoa. It's one of many spaces. It's just one of them. Maybe... Wait, can I just... Can I talk to him?
Why can't we leave the city? What is the academia up to now?
Don't ask me. It's not like I can tell you anything. This is a direct...
I have a real emergency. My goods have already arrived at Port Ormos.
That's your problem. Make sure...
But it's not like you can just predict business matters in advance.
It looks like the academia already announced a lot. Let's go and question. Hello, sir. Why can't we...
Here we go again. We just received an order that no one is allowed to enter or exit Sumeru today. Angering me...
It looks like he really doesn't know. If we can't get anything out of him, this is a good spot. And the guard has to know. Huh? Why? Are you going to leave Paimon behind? Paimon knows that Paimon can.
We'll be fine,
Okay.
Paimon.
Promise Paimon that you'll come back and please.
I'll be fine.
Memories! Traveler!
What?
Paimon would never. Paimon waited for you for hours and hours at the city wall and you never came back. You promised Paimon to. Paimon, calm down. Paimon doesn't care. Paimon wanted to go look for you, but you also said that Paimon should stay. Paimon was so worried and so scared the entire day. Okay, Paimon, can you tell? I see. Using 2 people. After that, you left the city. Paimon kept her eyes on you the whole time, but then you disappeared in an. No way! What's your perspective, Traveler? You sure you don't have any? I guess that explains everything. You also lost. So, if we leave the city, our memories will be completely. It really sounds like something big outside of the city. But this way, we'll also never discover what's outside. Something like a message? But how can we send it back? Don't look at me like that. I'm not used to being stared at.
Oh, poor Nagita.
Well... Yep! Now we're... I'm done. Here you go. What? Isn't... I made some little changes. Akasha Terminal to make something like this? Yep. I'll help you save the messages. It should be pretty easy to use. I just... We'll never know until we try. At least let's go then.
Sure.
Let's expose... okay.
Hopefully.
That covers everything that's happened so far. Yes, although the signal was choppy and okay, now that you understand what's going on...
Can't go back. There are countless spaces here. Our Sub-Zero's festival in I've entered another space. Before me are flowing sandstone and howling all these spaces are empty. Except for the occasional ones that contain mute puppets rather than people.
It's like almost a domain.
That's one heck of an info dump. It sounds like everything looked completely... There's another part here.
These spaces have been disappearing, one after... And now, behind me, a lot of spaces just appeared again from thin air. I get it now. Those spaces are actually...
Why did the message end right there? Probably because yesterday just happened to end at that moment. Oh, right. Paimon did it. The message. It should have come from the Traveler's Akasha Terminal. After the beep, Traveler said... Even the final space has also disappeared. Traveler, what do you think that final space could have been?
Spaces without people.
All the bizarre spaces I saw. Was that space actually the real... My impression is that each day in this samsara only ends at the sound of that beep.
sound of the beep, the final space, the Sub-Zero's festival, all later on, Traveler also mentioned a bunch of new spaces materializing behind them. Do lots of new Paimon's head is spinning. Well, consider this. For all the horrors of the Archon War, at its heart, it was just a game where a bunch of gods, so no matter how strange or spooky things may look on the surface. Wow, the Archon War, huh? Hey!
Come on, there's gotta be some kind of answer, right?
Do you want some alone time to think?
The dance of Sub-Zeros is about to begin. I'm going to go watch it.
Okay. Why don't you go ahead?
Okay then. See you later.
Have you figured it out yet, Traveler? Awesome! What is it? Paimon wants to know. Oh.
Never heard in Nahida. It's illusions. It has to be an illusion. Some kind of realm or something that they've stuck our minds in. And that's just how it functions. I don't know.
You're back. I've been waiting for... Are you ready to take your Sub-Zero's exam and graduate? Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Now, you've already all the
Dreams with no human presence.
those spaces remind me of dreams. The moon people in Sumeru don't. We are all in a dream. It is.
People in Sumeru think they don't dream. But the truth is, the Akasha steals their dreams without them knowing it. And those spaces with no human presence are stolen dreams without their host. That would explain why So people in Sumeru do... Correct answer. Now, how did you conclude that the Akasha is... The Akasha relies... It is the manifest... It compiles... And it grants knowledge...
No, never mind.
Oh, okay. Those dream-controlling creatures in the forest also get their power from the Dendro... But is stealing everyone's dreams really how the Akasha compiles their wisdom? Dreams are fantastical, complex, and full of imagination. People's brains are the most active when they're dreaming. In other words, dreams are rich. So in other words, the complete opposite of how Hypatia understood it. Paimon remembers her saying that the sages think dreams are foolish delusions. And the real story is that the sages from the academia are Oh? By the sounds of it, you understand the current situation pretty well. So then, what about the samsara?
Those dreamscapes kept vanishing.
Mass
It's already
production? Maybe?
Correct. The Akasha is keeping each person's brain in a constant dream state, but also separating their Their disembodied consciousness is placed inside the collective dream of the Sub-Zero's festival along with everyone else's, while their now vacant dreams are harvested by the Akasha. No one is any the wiser as another day passes in the dream. People wake up to yet another dream about the Sub-Zero's festival. The dreams that belong to them are once again So, this is like a dream factory. And the Akasha
continue the harvest.
Very good, Paimon. Okay. So that beep we keep hearing is actually from our... Alright, last question.
I don't know, Nahida. Who are you? An illusion?
Now that I think about... Now that I think about it... They say that alchemical divination is the Dendro Archon.
The Dendro-Archon.
So you noticed.
You're a Lesser Lord Kusanali! Hey, we figured out our mission!
I thought that one would be the hardest question. That's why I put it last.
Oh, she's so cute, though.
That wasn't hard at all. Even Paimon. Now that you mention it, Nahida, you've been hinting to us since the very beginning. It's funny. Thinking back to when we were asking all over the place for info about Lesser Lord Kusanali.
I have a lot of
Paimon
questions
didn't
for you.
Yes, those can wait. On the other hand, I'd be happy to answer any more questions.
Yeah.
Firstly, this dream we're in is completely based on reality. People have already experienced this Sub-Zero's festival, so it would be very difficult for them to find anything that strikes them as surreal. Secondly, you're probably wondering that's because people don't remember their dreams most of the time anyway. And in any case, they're actually... So whenever they wake up in this dream of the Sub-Zero... That reminds Paimon. Traveler had a dream when we were in the Avidia Forest, but couldn't see what it was about after waking up. Is that an example of what you mean? Yes. Only after receiving the blessing of Dendro can a person gain the Dendro element's dream-enhancing power. Meanwhile, everyone else has no idea that they are in the Sub-Zero's festival. Can humans really keep dreaming for... We might say your mental fatigue has already answered this question, especially those whose health is compromised to begin with. People's lives are at stake here.
Yeah.
I know, right? Why did they have to base this dream on my birthday? Could it... Even you don't know the reason? Wow.
Taunting, I
Now that's
guess.
strange.
It's the dream, not real.
The Academia sages are determined to harvest lots of dreams in a short time. Traveler, do you have any...
Those spaces Grand Sage said... Okay, not...
Maybe his speech, yeah.
Celebrate the birth of that god? Could it mean...
Oh no. Yeah, why couldn't you just tell us the
You
truth?
asked me this question before. My answer... Now that you know this is all a dream, have you heard the saying, don't wake a sleepwalker? Likewise, your notion of reality and dream would be thrown into... That's why I could only give you very subtle hints. Deceiving the people of Sumeru with no regard for their safety. No matter after we end the Sub-Zero's festival, Samsara, we have to look in... How can the sages of the Academia do this behind their archons? In the end, I'm just the moon. The real sun is long gone. A sun and a moon? Oh, we're out of time today! I'll tell you how to break free of the Samsara tomorrow. See you then.
Woo! AR rank 53! Hello, Nahida.
Good morning, Nahida. Wait. Now that Paimon remembers everything...
You okay?
What's wrong, Nahida?
Wait, where is she?
I'm afraid that what you're thinking right now is correct.
She okay?
Did Dunyarzad already... The real Dunyarzad's consciousness has indeed disappeared. It can no longer endure the constant dream harvesting.
We were so close.
Paimon can't believe it. Wait, she's actually something like a puppet, but the real Dunyarzad's consciousness could no... So another Dunyarzad appeared to replace her in the dream. Just like the grass and the... But personality-wise, she's... Puppets are stiff, and can't copy a living person's vitality. You know, speaking of which... Dunyarzad truly believed that she met you within her consciousness. And it was you who inspired her. Yes. Back then, her family was overly protective of her. I just gave her a little wisdom so she could look at life in a new way. So that she could be her own person. But even so, she's still far from it. I'm still a long way off from being... I couldn't even save her. If I were a competent Archon, Please don't beat yourself up over it, Nahida.
How many NPCs have they killed over the story? We had the general in Inazuma, and now her.
I'm not
Sad.
kidding. Don't be like that, Nahida. Even real Archons are still to prevent more tragedies like this. Great, but
Okay, how do we do it?
although the Sub-Zero's festival dream is under the that means this dream belongs to a host who created it. Huh? Well, if this is someone's dream, which means with the power of imagination... Imagination? Imagination means breaking through what you... like when the server at the tavern brings a plate to you. However, if you're the dream's host and you become aware that the dream will respond in kind. And the server... But right now, our host is unaware that this is a dream. No matter... Find some way to make that person realize that they're dreaming. How are we going to find them, though? And even if we did find them, after all, like you said... It's extremely difficult, yes. As for me... Out of town? Are you going to that place full of... Yes. I want to... Hurry and go. Dreams are supposed to be fantastical, romantic, and... She was such a good person. Yeah. But... we mustn't... Paimon's wondering... Do you think the sages would get one of their own to be the host of this dream? Huh. That's... So... Who do you think the host of the dream is? Oh, that would make sense. Let's go ask him.
I'd go with Nilu. That would be my choice. That'll be the end for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!